People stand scattered throughout the wide, seemingly endless store. Murmuring voices echo in the air, bouncing off the short ceiling and mixing with buzzing lights. My feet start to roll onto themselves as they swell in my shoes. Though I wander in this endless maze, I can't stop moving. Yet one thing tempts me as I notice a door entering my view. A restroom settled at the end of a long, stretching wall. My pace slows for a moment to think. I have to piss. This will only take a moment. The taste of blood touches my tongue, and I remove my finger from my mouth. A string of spittle falls from my hand. My fingernail has been chewed down to the nub. I shake my head, wiping the spit on my shirt. A tacky tune plays from overhead speakers I notice for the first time. Chipped beats barely penetrate the crackling speakers, but the tasteless song diminishes as I approach the restroom door. I force my feet to move, with every dragging step harder to push forward. A dark, dank cavern that forces you to excrete where the other apes are already gone. The hollow walls cage you in with echoes of the masses on all sides. These thoughts try to slow me down when a man crosses in front of me and stops. "Oh, excuse me," I say. The man faces away, not even sparing me a glance. His head hangs down, as if he's lost on his phone. But I see nothing in his hands. What is he looking at? I step to move around the man, but he shuffles directly in front of me again. I give the back of his skull a hard glance and stand there mute for a moment. I step again, and the second he begins to move, I grab his shoulder and shove him to the side. He seemed unaffected by the interaction, but I didn't give him another glance as I reach the restroom door and walk in. The inside of the restroom is dark, only dimly lit by a candle sitting on the edge of a sink. I slowly shut the door and flick the light switch, but the lights remain off. My arm flies for the door handle, but I hesitate. There's just enough candlelight to see what I'm doing. I stand over the toilet and unzip my pants. Movement flashes in the corner of my eye. I swing my head up to look and catch my own gaze staring back at me in the mirror. I watch myself for a moment, staring at my own face. My eyes seem to subtly shake back and forth. I crack a smile, not making myself feel any better, then look back to what I'm doing and start pissing. The toilet is still flushing as I grab the door handle to leave. I twist and nudge it back, but it doesn't budge open. I spin around, my shoe uttering a squeak against the tile floor. There is a corner in this restroom that's just a little too dark for me to see. Does something stand there? Maybe the walls don't actually intersect. That corner could lead to another room, to a darker part of the store. I hate this room. A drumming beat steadily rises in my ear. It's the sound of my own heart pulsating, the growing beat throbbing through my neck to my head. This time I clutch the door handle hard, twist it as far as possible, and heave my body back. The door flies into my face, snapping off the painted door frame. I squint at the light hitting my eyes, rush out, and slam the door shut behind me. There are way more people meandering than before. Where the hell did they come from? The conversations around me are a wall of noise with no way to discern what anyone's saying. It's time to keep moving. I shove forward through people, the crowd making a path for me. A couple of steps more, and I hear a click and squeaking behind me. I stop in place, thinking. I twist my body around and look down the path of people to the restroom door. It's partway open and dark inside. I focus on the dark until I see a face. My face. That face of mine wears a crooked smile, almost hidden by the darkness, not moving so much as an inch. My hands grab my stomach, now twisting, cramping. A croak low enough to almost be a growl exits the mouth of the thing in the restroom that mimics me.
There! A shapeshifting violator!
A woman screams. I look in the direction of the voice. A crowd opens up with the woman clamping her own head and frantically yelling in the center. I turn my gaze back to the restroom door, which now only holds darkness. Sweat glazes down my skin and onto the hair standing up on my neck.
Hair! It's hair! It's hair! It wants!
I look back just in time to witness her head explode and then solidify mid-explosion. The red goop of her blood, skin, eyes, and flesh, all frozen in time, show off a crude gaping scream, gawking with pieces of her jaw and teeth gelatinized in a mismatch of directions. The woman's body stands there apathetic, then she careens, falling onto the ground with a loud thud. Conversation is now replaced with erratic screaming. The crowd turns into a frenzy of people running and shoving each other to leave. I look back at the restroom door, now closed. I begin to move when someone slams into my shoulder, almost throwing me onto my back. I snatch the next person sprinting my way and throw them off to the side. If I move fast enough, far enough, maybe I can lose the violator. I sprint deeper into the store, blazing yellow lights overhead showing the way. Entrances into a threatening darkness sit unclosed left and right, greeting me with fake smiles. But if I go in and get lost, I'll never find a lit area again. Ahead I see a slim shimmering light. Soon the short ceiling above me ends, connecting to a wall that stretches toward a ceiling far away. I stop dead in my tracks to take in my surroundings. A towering door beckons at the far end of an expanse I now stand in. Blazing light expels from it. From this distance, the door looks slim. Hundreds of people crowd into the gateway, spilling inside in cramped groups. The light spreads around my vision, enveloping me in its warm rays. The smell of a spring morning, with magnolia blooms, brush the inside of my nose. I am pulled towards its beauty. Walking into the crowd, my chin up, eyes locked on the door. It grows taller, wider. A faint noise emits from the direction of the light, caressing my eardrums. It's sharp and begins to pierce into my skull the closer I walk. The sound of robust metal scraping across an unseen mass rips through the doorway. It jolts my senses and everyone else too from the way they've stopped. The light from the doorway sparks bright, then slowly dims darker until the light dissolves into a foreboding blackness. A brief, silent second passes. Terrified screams emit from the crowd around me. Bodies whirl everywhere, jerking me into others without any human decency. With my eyes still adjusting to the dark, I begin moving. I shove myself through a sea of people, holding my breath so I don't have to smell the toxic gas of warm air breathing from their mouths. I can now see they still rush towards the dark gateway, the cacophony of voices melding into the other side. No way. No way in hell I will be going anywhere near a place that dark. I veer towards a tall wall. An elbow strikes me and I'm knocked down. I stand up quickly with blood boiling in my face. I have to get out of here now before I'm smothered to death. I grit my teeth and I push. I grab, I move, and keep moving. There's something under my feet, someone's leg that twitches as I move on. Then I pop out of the crowd, stumbling forward with my arms out before crashing into a wall. Leading down the wall, I spot a sliver of light on the ground, glimmering behind moving feet. A door sitting in a corner. An ant pile of people bottle up next to it. They wail, cramming into one another like deserted kittens fighting for scraps. I charge directly into them, yelling, "Move, damn it!" I use my elbows to nudge the inept people away. Stepping over someone, I reach the door and go in, slamming it behind me. Just over the muffled sounds of yelling people, my heart drums in my ears once again. I stand there looking around while panting. The room is triangular shaped and small. A mounted mirror sits on the short wall in the back. A white vinyl couch sits in the center. A glowing yellow ceiling light buzzes overhead. The wails on the other side of the door become ear-shredding shrieks. My throat tightens. I choke on a gulp. There is nowhere to go. My feet sift through the carpet as I drag them to the couch. I brush my fingertips over the vinyl fabric, studying the broken slits on the dirty material that envelops it. I spin and plop down, the couch squeaking underneath me as I sink. The screams ring in my ears less and less, until eventually there is a dreadful silence. No, not silence. The buzzing light above my head. The doorknob turns and the door cracks open. There's a newfound darkness on the other side. I raise my eyes upward in the gap of the door opening. A white floating mask. Gasping, my body first tightens, then shakes so much the air skips out of my mouth in frenetic spurts. The couch moans below me as I force my body deeper into it. The door opens the rest of the way, and the violator comes in. It shuts the door. It stands tall. The head seemingly goes above the ceiling, its lanky body drenched in a black cloak, the face a white, splintering wooden mask, 2 holes for eyes that sink into deep tunnels, a mouth that doesn't smile nor frown. A long arm peels away from the cloak, reaching out, and the violator floats silently towards me.
Don't!
I yell. My body feels suctioned to the couch.
Don't fuck with me!
I tighten my gut and force my legs to stand up as the figure's head passes over the light and covers me in darkness.
You won't have me!
I drive my body forward, using my shoulder to shove back the masked figure. I hug my arms around its gaunt waist, throwing it left and right and reeling its body around. Then I reach up high, grab onto cloth, and push down, bending the figure over. It shrieks in protest, something almost similar to fear. The shrill sound makes me dizzy, and I almost let go.
You disgusting shit! I won't be yours!
I thrust my hips forward into the figure, bringing it down onto its knees. I thrust again, shoving harder and bringing its entirety down to the ground. I feel the violator against my pelvis bending and morphing. I grip the cloth around its neck, twist tight, and keep thrusting. My breath bounces off its back. It grotesquely bulges into shapes I don't understand, but can feel underneath its cloak. The figure begins to jerk and groan. With no other choice, I don't stop moving, and I don't let go. My teeth grit as I move. The violator shrinks and shrinks. Its voice distorts from a muffled groan into a weak crying. I no longer feel the long body underneath me, but a small one. My vision spins in streaks. I look up from my haze. A silver chain gleams around a child's neck as they lay there, quietly sobbing, their eyes glazing over, focus on nothing.
No!
I scream, launching off the floor. I stumble backwards, hitting into the couch and flying onto the other side, landing face down. I look up. The violator stretches back taller and taller.
Please!
I scream.
Let me go!
Like a swift phantom, its cloak flies at me. It wraps around my waist, throws me around, and crashes me into the mirror. My body bounces off the cracked glass. The violator catches me and raises me to the mirror. Pain flashes over my face, and I don't get a second of relief before the violator's body begins to crush my ribs against the tight glass. I feel something morphing under its cloak. It grows broad and long, stretching from my lower back to just beneath the nape of my neck. I understand the phallic shape, and sheer dread fills my entire body.
Oh, please don't! No, no, no!
The violator bends its head down to mine. I see its mask in the reflection of the mirror. My eyes look deep into the abyss where the violator's eyes should be. Air croaks from its mouth.
You never found the way.
I hear my own screams echo far off. I fall deeper and deeper into its eyes until only a glimmer of light remains when the violator wraps its cloak around me and I'm enveloped in a hollow darkness. A monstrous pain rips through me. A palpable gorge tearing wider and wider inside. I try to fight but feel no autonomy. My mind succumbs to the darkness until it is all I see, and the pain is all I feel. Angst Modu here. This story is based off a very disturbing dream I had, specifically toward the end of the dream. Let me know if you would like me to detail the events of the true dream. It starts off quite goofy and ends horrifically. What did you think of this story? Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of the illustrations, the music, the voiceover? I am always looking to improve. I love drawing, I love art, and if you do too, it would mean everything to me if you could help my channel grow by subscribing. I am head diving deeper and deeper into the world of dreams. I have some amazing projects on the way, and I would love to have you join me on this journey. Like the video, never stop creating or consuming art, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Oxmodu out!